Yo, this one goes out to all those brothers and sisters that trying to make it. All the people on welfare, brothers in the P now. It's rough out there. I know what time it is. Yeah. I'm just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I do more than survive. Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Do you feel what I'm saying? I'm just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Yeah. I ain't trying to be poor no more. I want the whole world, but the world's at war. My addiction's not a fiction. Now check it, what I see is living a life with no poverty. I bet you driving car that's paid for, and not having repo men hanging outside my door. I wanna live the life where phone bills are paid, food in my reefer, house with some shade, where I can drive around being happy, not moneyless, where I can afford a shrink to get rid of my stress. No more fears of dying young. I wanna raise my kids and see them live past 21. I have to sacrifice my life so I can raise proud kids and have a loving wife. You see, this man didn't make it off of luck. I see many doors slam when I was just trying to come on up. Just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I do more than survive. Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I was homeless with a fucking attitude. Didn't see a future, too busy stressing food. Always seeing stories about an education. When I couldn't afford to eat, I felt the frustration. While my neighbor got 2 jobs, it's on welfare. The kids are crack dealers and nobody fucking cares. Me, I'm too busy trying to tend to my own life. Went and joined the Navy for the gravy and rice. I figure I could rise in the service and die out here. Either way, I'm gonna have to be prepared. The fat bastards don't like a nigga dark. Trying to be positive and the best I can be. I stay strong, but I walk a tight rope. I never knew my own kind be slitting my throat. He had to do those things and put his stripes on his coat. You can't trust him, especially when he used my quote. I'm just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I do more than survive. Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. Now here's a 2 years of music theory and doing shows everywhere so y'all all can hear me. Yes, man, I put in my work. Bad managed companies had class getting jerked. Now I'm making my dreams reality. I drop my own fly jams and put myself on TV. Some think I made it overnight. It took 1,000,000 days of preparation for this one-day flight. I even trained for the crash. I'll be the one with the parachute glued to my ass, surviving with the plane crashing gone. The black man that I am, I still be keeping on. 'Cause I don't believe in luck. Yo, it's a skill, baby. All the way up.
You can make it. Come on up.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Holistic Wellness Worldwide. And we are here with another live. I want to thank you all for joining us. I am sorry for that delay. We were having a little bit of technical difficulty. We have a storm going on here in Atlanta, and on top of the rolling blackouts, we got so much right now that is interfering with technology, but it's all good. We are going to press through because technology never wins with us. We are not going to be defeated around here. So we are here. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure that you go right now and share with your platforms, letting them know that we are in the building, we are live, and we have High Priestess Ma'at and Maakheru, Amen, in the building with us tonight. There is so much going on in the world of wellness and just self healing and just coming into ourselves and taking care of ourselves that we want to share everything. Usually, when we come on here, we are specifically talking about what's in your wound and unwounded. Well, High Priestess is a regular around here now. Matter of fact, she is the guest of our platform. And so we want to really share everything because, again, we about the whole person, the whole entity here. So we want to share everything that's going on because everything that she's doing will pique your interest even more in that book and the books that she have and the current book that we know is being written right now because she's evolving every day. So again, I just want to welcome you all. Welcome all of you that are here live. Welcome all of you that will see this later in the recording. Thank you again for joining us. We are excited about the information that we're going to share tonight and the conversation that we're going to have. So make sure you share and like and tell your friends that we are here and in the building. So what's going on around here at Holistic Wellness Worldwide? A lot. You know that we are all about you being your healthy self. We love these words and all the conversation about it. And we know when we see the word healthy self, it simply says heal thyself. And so in order to be our healthy selves, we must do the work and we must heal ourselves. So many of the things that we share about our journey are all the tools and the different sciences and studies that we've come across that allow you to focus on healing thyself. So on our personal journey, my personal journey, I've come across many master teachers who definitely empower you to do that. At the core of all of the studies and all of the teachings, it's all about going within and discovering who you truly are and why you're here and your whole reason for being. And High Priestess Ma'at is no different. Everything about what she teaches is about discovering your inner self. She shares so much of herself in these books. She absolutely pours out everything. Like, I mean, everything. She tells all of her story in this in her books, and it is a delight when you have somebody that will open up and really share what's going on even currently in their lives, letting you know that they're still evolving and know they haven't plateaued and haven't reached this place that you now need to try to get to. We all are on our own journey, and that is what this is all about. So on June 18th through the 20th, Holistic Wellness Worldwide will be in Toomsboro, Georgia. I like to call it Freedom, Georgia, but when you Google that, you can't find it. We will be there with attending the third birthday celebration for the Black Achievement Fund with Freedom Georgia Initiative. That is our family that has purchased the land down there in Freedom, Georgia, and we do a lot of events with them. And High Priestess Ma'at and the Melanin Frequency will be joining us on that journey. You're going to hear more about that in a little while, but we want to make sure that you are there to support us and be there along the journey. Greetings, High Priestess. I see you just jumped on in. How you doing? Hey, lady, you good? You good? Welcome, welcome. I'm talking about what we're doing, so you fine. You good? So no, but we will be in Toomsboro, Georgia, with the Freedom Initiative celebrating the Black Achievement Fund. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be sharing while we're there. I'm going to have an opportunity to share some of the Holistic Wellness Worldwide story and its journey while we're there, and it will actually be our official launch, you guys. So we are excited about that. We are going to launch some of the things that we've been doing, just share some of the stuff that we discovered along our journey. We're going to have plenty of healing elements and things on the platform and on the land with us. I'm definitely going to bring our things that look like jewelry, that can be worn as jewelry, but they will absolutely be things that are going to help you and assist you with shifting your atmosphere and taking your healing journey on to the next level. So with that said, I want to make sure that we go ahead and bring in our guest, because she is going to be with us. I'm so excited about this, y'all, because it's going to be something that neither one of us, we've both done like camping and stuff, but not like this and not to this level, especially together. So I'm excited to see how me and my kin twin are going to roll together down here on this primitive camping trip. It's going to be exciting. And if some of you are in the area, please make sure you join us, because High Priestess will be there. You're going to actually be able to put your hands, you won't be able to put your hands on it, but you'll be able to be in her presence and be in the atmosphere and absolutely hear her speak. I'm sure that there's going to be much information that she will share. We're going to find out all the things that she did this strong in. So without further ado, I'm going to bring forth our guests and our favorite guest on the Holistic Wellness Worldwide platform, High Priestess Ma'at and Maakheru Amen, the powerful speaker. She's an evolutionary speaker, like I said, the author of 2 books. She helps men and women understand how to unlock the universal uterus. She is currently offering woke courses. Hey, lady, I don't know where you're going. She is currently offering woke courses. They are self-studies that you can take. The womb evolution technique, she is the mother of it, the birther of the Mimic organization, the wave spell word. There is so much. And we already know. Y'all watch all them videos we've done. Y'all know who she is. We're going to talk more to her tonight. Welcome, High Priestess. How you doing?
Welcome. Listen, I suppose my body just wanted to be on here because I was like, wait a minute, look, I was drinking my tea. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Like, oops, I done went live. Yeah, you back.
I didn't know I was
live. It's all good. No, that's what's up. I'm glad you're in. Stuff is a little crazy tonight. Like, I think I got a little delay on my end. I'm not sure.
I have an echo.
You have an echo. Let's try this again. Do you have an echo now?
Let me see. Nope. Great. No echo.
All right. So it's gonna be one of those I can see right now, but it's all good. We're gonna make it do double.
Well, it is the red galactic Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's
that planetary part of the energy. I get it. I realized that today during the meeting. But yeah, I'm excited. How about you? It's so much going on. Look at you and look at.
Oh, but wait. I think we matching.
Yes. Look at you. I love it.
I don't know why mine is like 3D. I be going into the camera, so I don't know.
So
But
you
yeah,
feel too
I got my little
comfortable.
orange on too. So
This one works. Hold on, I like this view right here. There we go. We don't feel
there
like
we
we
go.
all like in people's face. There you go. Yes. So I got some background because I got a little audience tonight. So
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, audience.
but yeah. So welcome again, everybody. Welcome, High Priestess. Wow, we didn't even do any comments tonight. Yeah. I think we're in a retrograde and this planet, this red earth energy is something so different. Like, I don't know. But we're gonna flow like we always do. We flow best on the earth, right? So let's flow. What's going on with the High Priestess? We want to know about this past strong end. Like I know I do. I want some details. I want to know some of the juicy stuff that you gave away this week, this past strong end at the Baltimore Hair Show.
So yeah, it was a really nice event. I really enjoyed myself. I saw some folks that I hadn't seen in years, and met some new folks. So it was really interesting because I guess I went on maternity leave. I had been doing the Baltimore shows for years. Basically since I wrote the book. So I was doing them every year. And then when I had my daughter, who's 7, I took some time off. Then let me see. I can't remember. I guess I did one when she was a newborn. And then I didn't do, I forget how many. It's been 2 or 3 years since I've done it. And I did, my workshop was listed as What's in Your Womb. Okay. And so, What's in Your Womb, that's the first book. And the second book is Unwounded. And so, I usually have, what I had to do was come up with a pre-programmed workshop that I did, even though I like the freestyle. Okay. I said, but when you have time constraints, you have to come up with a pre-program one. So I did this many years ago. So I had one that was an hour. I had one that's 45 minutes. I can do it in 30 minutes. I can do it in 10. Okay. So, but I have shifted so much since those workshops. I said, wow, okay, how am I going to do What's in Your Womb? So it literally was a freestyle. And I have to call it, it was a freestyle, but it was from the spirit. Okay. And so I did talk about what's in your womb. And I started with, of course, 3 ways that things are, why are we asking the question about what's in your womb? Well, first, we know that we store things in our womb from intercourse, from the relationships that we have, the romantic relationships we have, from being in a womb, and then what we pick up from our environment. Hey, Wellmaker, the immortal. So we these are the 3 ways in which we acquire things in our womb. And so the thing that happened though is as I started going into these areas, it just started expanding, expanding, and expanding, because we on a whole nother level now. Okay, everybody knows at this point that the energy that you exchange during intercourse is stored in your uterine area. Like, that's common knowledge now. Okay, 10 years ago, it may not have been. So we started to discuss this, and then we got into, well, listen, who are we? All right. Who are we? And why do we keep having these discussions about women and relationships and how we are operating? And so we took it all the way into the divine feminine. Okay. And then we got into, well, what is the divine feminine? Okay. And where does that template come from? And again, we've talked about this. We've been stirring this around on this platform for a minute as well. And where does that come from? And it may have made people some, and I'm not going to even say that it made folks uncomfortable. No, it just made them expand the way that they're thinking. Because when I am speaking, I'm seeking to bring the information, but I'm not seeking to cause conflict. However, I need to say what I got to say. Okay, so I say it in the best way possible. And so we talked about these templates that we have, and what is the template for the divine feminine. And I spoke to the women in there, and I asked this question. Right after it, let me just go into this. Right after, we did have a free webinar on Monday. Sorry, I didn't have that planned on last session, so I couldn't invite the ones who are listening here. And maybe we'll do it again because it was a lot of fun, where we'll have you guys come in on it too, about 3 decisions that you can make to shift more into your divine femininity or expand it. Okay. And the very first decision to make, and we discussed this too at the workshop, was where's your template for the divine feminine coming from? Where are you basing it? What are you basing it on? And I asked the question, who can name and who knows the attributes of and a story about a supreme being that's feminine? And I said, okay, I'll wait. And I got some names of some folks. yeah. I don't got no watch, but yeah, I'll wait. I'll do it on here. Who knows? I'll wait. Put it in the chat. Okay. And so, yeah, crickets, right? All right. I did get some names, but they weren't supreme beings. I'm not talking about greetings, Tanya. I'm not talking about the ones that give us, and we have some expressions of the supreme feminine being. Okay, we have that. I'm not talking about that. We have those. I'm saying the supreme being, because when we're talking about in the masculine form, we have all kinds of examples.
And really quickly, while you're on that, because I don't want to brush past that, we got some people watching tonight. I want people to take a moment and put it in the chat. Name feminine supreme beings that we have as example to look up to. Just name one. Just one. And we're gonna let her priestess keep going. And if you get one in the chat that stops her in her tracks, you might get something special tonight.
You might just. You might just. I got some books over here. We got bottles.
But you better come on, Mr. Immortal. I hear you. You gonna get something special.
Look at him. She'll give you something special.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm talking about.
Get a room. Get a room. Okay.
Other than Wellmaker and Wellness Woman, you got to love when your number one fan is in the building. So, name a divine feminine being, just one.
No.
Supreme. Thank you,
Creator.
Mhm.
All right, Kenya. I
Come
love
on.
that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yes.
Kenya. I'm not messing with you. Okay. Here she goes.
Look, she said name a divine. Oh, you said a supreme being. Here I come.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay.
All right. So come on, High Priestess.
Listen,
You keep
I have
going.
finished my tea now. I'm done. Okay.
We're gonna give you an
So
opportunity.
I'm still getting the echo. So this is the thing. So how then do we know what the divine feminine is? For real, for real. If we don't have a supreme being to reference from, because we have a supreme being in the male format that we can all reference, and all of us are looking to be like that being, right? So no matter what we have, no matter what cosmology we get it from, okay. So if we were, we can't have a show without her running past, right? Y'all do know that, right? It's just not a show. She's not running past.
It's a divinely influencing human. I love it. I love it.
She's a celebrity now. All right. So we know how to make ourselves like, we want to, when we think about, like, again, most of us here in the Northern Hemisphere have been raised either Christian or through Islam. And so when we talk about the God in us, it's a he. And the attributes that we are looking to achieve are based on the story of his son. Okay. And again, they say as above, so below. Well, down here, there's a mother, a father, and a child. But up there, there's two dudes. Okay. And this mysterious spirit. All right. This is the story we get, right? So, why should we all be trying to be like the one that comes in human form? This one right here. The one that comes in human form and is it represent is male. Where is the one who he said Jose or what do they call him, Jesus? Yeah. Or should we be like the one that was supposedly sent to save us and things like that? Now, where's the woman in this? Okay, now I can get, now it might not. Okay, Kenya says I said. So thank you for bringing up I said. I love that. I love that. Okay, because I will say this. I might get some phone calls after saying this one, but okay. All right, but I'm just going to just ask some questions about that. So Kenya says I said. All right. So a lot of the training that we've had in the Kemetic cosmology, I love the Kemetic cosmology because there is generally a balance. You do not have a male supreme being or a male God, all powerful God, and no female. But what I can say is you have very little stories of those beings. Okay. So let's take our Sar and our Set. So we got a Sar. Now our Sar is not a supreme being. So and neither is our Set. They were and they weren't even technically born from supreme beings. They're born of Nut and Geb, who were born from Mut and Ra, or it depends on the cosmology. It depends on what time period they'll change or whatever. Okay, so you have So you have Asar and Aset, but a lot of what we're taught is to be like Asar. Why would we want to be like Asar and not Aset? Because if there was no Aset, there would be no Asar. And I could get raw like I do. You know how I do, my Kia. But I'm gonna save it. We're on YouTube, so I'm gonna save my rawness on this. But he was torn apart, and she put them back together. Why wouldn't we look at her example and see what we should be going for that as our role? Not him. Why would we want to be? Why does everybody got to be that? Okay, same thing. Let's take Amun Ra and Mut. Okay, and this just depends on what cosmology. And again, this is not to disrespect the cosmology. Okay, it's how it's what how it's being taught. Okay, and no disrespect to the cosmology. This was left here for us to learn these lessons and for us to evolve into them. All right. So we have, we know all about Ra, right? We do. Sun God, he got a boat. We know who on the boat. We know who he be fighting at night. You know what I'm saying? We know the whole story. What about Moot? Who can tell me the story of Moot? Or Ra'et? A whole story. Okay. And so that's all I'm saying. Even though that's the match, where's the stories? Where are the templates that we fold into? Let's take Ma'at. We know Ma'at, right? Everybody know Ma'at: truth, balance, justice, reciprocity, right? Balance. All right. Where's the story? Do you know how many stories of Tahuti and Jehuti there are? You got the story of what he did with Sekhmet. You got the story of what he did with Hesharu. You got the story of how he helped Haru. You have the story. So you got to look at who translated this.
Okay, so I have a question for you, High Priestess, because you are always about evolution. And I was getting ready. That's where I was kind of going tonight with your book, based on what I understood took place in Baltimore. Was, you know, you've evolved so much that the stuff that you talk about in your book is relevant, but you even see it differently now, and you handle it differently. So you're teaching it differently. So when and how? So do you think we've had the same issue that we're currently facing right now, where there is the story and it's out there and no one's telling it because we're still in this male matriarch dominant world, and we just sit back and say, well, no one's telling the story, so I'm not going to tell it? When do we start telling the story?
Well, again, I think that it just wasn't translated. Look who translated these texts. White men. One, they had a problem with the faces they saw. They didn't even want to say a big black face, you know, a black man that they saw. Forget a black woman.
How do we obtain that information, and how do we obtain that information, and how do we begin to share it?
So you have, you know, they a lot of, let me go back, a lot of thoughts running in my head at one time. So back when Sheikh Anta Diop, that's him, right? Who was back there, he was studying. They allowed him in to start studying our ancestors that they dug up out of the ground. And he's the one who learned a whole lot about melanin. Okay. But then they kicked him out because he found out that these mummies were actually, they had the same DNA as the Africans in the sub-Saharan African Africa. And, of course, they didn't want that to come out. Okay, so then they basically blocked all of our researchers from coming in and looking at these stories and matching them up with stories from West Africa. Okay, or even, you don't really even have to go that far. You go to uh, um, outside of Cairo, you go to Luxor on down. Okay, you have the Nubian people there that can tell you the stories. All right, and so we have, I think now they have Tony Browder over there, who they are allowing into the temples and to look at these things. So we probably need to look at them again. We have a professor of Melanated, Dr. Raketi Amin, who retranslated. A lot of our scholars have retranslated some of these texts. Okay, but not to go and find the feminine stories. I'm just saying the some of the words that they translated these things into were not accurate. They said it was a dead language, but they never looked at African languages when they started when they translated the Melanated. They didn't look at like some languages like the Bantu language. They have some of the same words. So some like the word for birth, they said it was I forget what they called it. They said the symbol. Okay, they said it was, I don't know, a plant or something like that. And they was like, absolutely not. That is the placenta. Okay. And so these things have to be retranslated. They have to be looked at again. The stories probably aren't even there anymore. They're probably in private libraries. Okay, a lot of these Europeans have these stories or whatever, so it's probably not there. But the thing that's happening is they can't stop it because we are all evolving. And the divine feminine is awake, not waking up, awake. Okay, we here. The cosmic mother is here, so the information is coming. I didn't, it's interesting. In what's in your womb? In the back, I do have where I have designed your deity, right? So I have examples of like, because some people, at the time I said, oh well, some people may not know where to look at the, where to, how do they design their deity, right? And so I have some examples of women, divine. I put divine women, right? Um, and I had, I have the warriors, like I have Queen Nzinga in here. I got Candace of Merowe, Queen T, Queen Nanny, Hatshepsut, right? Then I have divine, I even have divine women from the Bible, because this is where I was. I have Ruth, I got Mary Magdalene, okay. And then I have revered women from the Quran. I got Aisha, Khadijah, and then I go into Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, right? Then I got the Orishas in here. So I have the regulars, the Oya, the Oshun, Yemeya. I have Netaru. I got Aset. I have Ma'at, Sekhmet Heharu. Okay, now I have Knit in here. Okay, most people have never heard of her. Okay, some in Greek they say Nieth, a knit, and I'm saying knit, not newt. Okay, and the funny thing is I call her Big Mama in here. And when you look further enough, you look deep enough into her story, you'll see she's the one who wove together the universe. And her symbol, okay, neter or nature is the water symbol, okay, and the T and the R, the Ra symbol, right? Her symbol is minus the Ra. Okay, like Everything came from that. Yep. And I have to show it to you in writing. But I have her in here. I have her in here. And I called her Big Mama because that's who we used to call our grandmother. We didn't call her grandma, we call her Big Mama. Okay. And knit, if you want somebody to look up. I don't know if you can see this. Uh, wait a minute. There we go. That's okay. So this is where you can start with the supreme being. Okay. Now, most of what you'll find is they'll have her regulated. They even say relegated to a warrior later on. But in the earlier history, she's the weaver of the universe. All right. And so I said it here, but I just wasn't in the space yet where I'm saying what I'm saying now. Okay. But I knew about it then, but it's starting to expand. Um, okay, this guy. Okay. So yes. So look up NEF. It'll be easier. If you put NT, you may not find her, but if you put in NEITH, you'll find her, but look deeper because at first they'll just say she's a warrior. Okay, but they will not say that she is the weaver of the universe. Okay, there's even a section, and I don't have it. I said I was going to bring it, where if you get deeper and deeper, because you got 8 primordials in the Kemetic. Okay, male and female. Okay, and there ain't one that's over the other. It's male and female. They have different roles and responsibility. I'm just saying that what got translated more of was the role of the male. That's all I'm saying. And so you can't tell me that we didn't leave the role of the female there. And so now, as we are awakening, we're starting to ask these questions like, where is our stuff? Where are our stories? Okay. We're not always a consort of the God. You know what I'm saying? We're not always his counterpart. All right. And this is the way that these stories are being told, but that's what has been translated. They blowing up my pager. Okay, so
this girl is on fire over here with a pager still in 2021. I'm so mad at you. But no, this is good. I mean, it just gave me a good idea. And actually, because y'all already see what it is, we are not doing an hour tonight. This was good stuff. And I think that this was a lot of fire. We're not done hearing from High Priestess. We absolutely are going to let her tell us some more. Of course, she's going to always close us out. But I want to give her some, I want to think about something for the next live. And maybe if anybody wants to leave a comment about what they think about us doing this. So as I'm looking at this deity in your book, the very next thing I see is an activity called Design Your Deity. And I remember when I read the book, that made me hype. Like, I'm like, yeah, I love it because, for me, my deity, my husband know me. That's why he put it in the chat. I look in the mirror and be like, she looks just like me. Like, there she is. Like, that's it right there. So I want to talk about that a little bit more because it leads me to question if there are people in the world designing their deities. And there are other people in the world who have designed their deities. And because the two don't match, that's where the contrast comes in. That's where the hidden information has to stay hidden because people want to avoid confrontation sometimes, because I believe there are a lot of women out here who get it. We exist, and it's just like what you said, the divine feminine is woke. She is awakened and she's here presently speaking on platforms and birthing babies and helping babies be birthed and touching your food and all of that stuff. Like, she's here. And many of them know it, but nobody is speaking out about it. And it makes me wonder if there was something suppressed back in the day, the reason why it's all gone away. And maybe we know now coming back that this is the best way to do it. We just be our divine selves in quiet. I don't know. You know how this mind goes.
Yeah. What I heard someone say, and I can't remember who it was. They said our decline came really with us. They said it came through the pharaonic period, that we were on decline because we had many um, advanced civilizations before that in Upper Egypt. Let's just talk about Egypt, okay? Because we had them all over the planet, really, okay? But we're talking about what everybody is, fighting over. Well, where they're black people. Well, Merowe was flooded purposefully, okay? They couldn't hide enough of the black faces in southern Egypt, or what they call southern Egypt, but we called it Upper Egypt. Okay, they couldn't hide. They couldn't break all the noses. You know what I'm saying? So they flooded it. Okay, it was, and that was a man-made flood. That was not a nature. That wasn't a natural flood down there. And so we had societies already that were flourishing where this information exists. That's what I'm saying. This information is, since it's probably around, it's just in somebody's library. So what was left in Lower Egypt um, was, again, it's translated. You got to look at who translated, who had control of the information at that time. And so it's time to retranslate it. See where they made some mistakes. Okay, if we look at it, or see what else is missing, but it's probably no longer there. I mean, they literally scrape things off the walls. I saw it in Mexico, and I've been to Kemet, so let me just make that clear. I'm not one of these people that talk about it, and I've never been there. I have been there, and I've seen what was left on the walls, and I've also been to Mexico, and I literally saw them scraping things off of the walls in Mexico, and was told that the indigenous people down there, who, by the way, look just like us. I mean, literally, the guy that we had, I'm telling you, he could have been my uncle. Uh, he just had straight hair. Okay, was probably browner than me. Had this nose, you know, his nose and all of this, and his hair was straight. That was the only thing. And he was told that he has, and I'll now name names. Okay, the Jesuits have been down there and told them, because they give them money to keep up the temples, and they were told not to tell the story. Do not mention Olmec. Do not say who their mother culture is. They were told this. Oh, well, don't tell, because most of the tourists are European and they make them feel uncomfortable, whatever. But they're not, they're told they can't even, as a tour, if you want to lead tours, you have to tell the story the way they want it told. This is in Mexico. So why are they trying to hide it? You know what I'm saying? So here we go. So you know, um we were talking about these stories. So the thing is, it's gonna burst through, because it already is. How many of us are now, we just wake up with this? You know, y'all usually be like, I woke up this way. I woke up knowing, hey, wait a minute, why would I be trying to be like a male? Why would I frame myself and live my whole life trying to be like a dude? Even if he is a supreme being, he does not have this avatar. I'm supposed to do something else. Where's my framework? Where's my example? And it's not to just be his support. Okay. And so, you know, I'm not the only one saying this. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's feeling it, male and female.
You know that you made a point there with the whole male and female. I was just about to say it actually works both ways. Like I said here, holistic wellness, we think about the whole, so the whole family. If you think about the men, it's like for I think about for my personal journey, that's all I can share is what I know. In the church, the struggle for the women was to find themselves. And then the struggle for the men was to find something to fall in love with that wasn't a man. It was just like the woman was just missing. Like you're telling me to bow down and worship this man, and falling in love with Jesus is the greatest thing I've ever known. And you singing this love song to a man. It's like the woman was just missing for everybody. So it wasn't that she was just missing for us to just empower us, that what men needed to be empowered, the nurturing they needed to be empowered was missing. What are your thoughts on that?
It's so backwards. It really is backwards, because this is where you come. Everybody comes out from a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and then to a child. I'm sorry, and and I'm gonna start. I do have to get a little raw, little something, but to a child, who's God? Mama. Okay, until a certain age, Mama is God. Okay, everything she say, and then even she's God when she says, "I'm gonna tell your daddy," and she's, "Oh, don't tell my daddy," because because Mama said that. She's the one who said that. That if he come in and he find out what you did. Okay. So we literally have to now, then we take them to church, and then we got to relegate ourselves to we ain't shit. Well, because it don't make sense. Wait a minute, how you God? You give me everything. Everything. You feed me, you dress me, you stay up all night with me when I'm sick. If I need a shoulder to cry on, you do that. You know what I'm saying? Everything I run, and every time I do something, I come and show you. And then in church, you gotta act like you ain't, man, please. That you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing like this dude who's invisible.
Yeah, you basically don't exist. You're the helpmate. You're the helpmate.
I'm just saying.
It's interesting, but that's the energy of the world that we live in. But that's why we're all here. Like that's why we're here. That's why we were incarnated. We know there's no way in the world we could live in a world that did not understand who we were as women and who we came to be. So, and it does not at all take away from who the man is. I mean, for me, that's just like anything. If we birthed it, I don't take away from my child because she's not me. I gave birth to that.
Listen, I have no problem. I'm not a feminist. I have no problem talking about how powerful the male energy is. Okay. And how when yeah, I'm laughing because it's my my friend, she had just she's marrying a man from the Gambia. And so when I saw her, she was like, "Girl, I'm getting married." And she said, and all she did, she took her phone and she just passed her phone to me. And you know how we was, girl, like, what? Okay. So sometimes just the presence of this male energy, it is powerful. Okay. So I don't have to, I'm not trying to eliminate that.
Mm.
I think if we were more of who we are, they would be more of who they are. It would upgrade that. It would amplify that because we love it. It wouldn't diminish it. We wouldn't even seek to diminish it. Why would you? Because the reason we're seeking to diminish it now is because we're vying for the same role. We're vying for the same power and the same roles and responsibility. When we're not, or we either vying for the same role and responsibility, or we're subjugating ourselves to it. Okay, when we have our own role and responsibility, and we know what it's like at the highest level, at the supreme level, the source of all thing level, what that looks like in physical form. Okay, we would not see, we want both of us to be. That's going to amplify that. We think they powerful now. Wait till we step into our role. How, man, please. Because we love it. Don't stop. We don't want it to. We don't want it to go away. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is very magical. It is. And I'm not sure. I'm having some breakup on my end. I'm not sure if you guys are hearing it. Again, it's storming really bad. Does the sound okay for you? Yeah, there's a little bit of
For me, it is. I was looking in the chat to see if anybody put anything.
But it's good. Okay. All right. No problem. As long as it's rolling for y'all, we'll keep on rolling. But just know if I get cut off, High Priestess, shut the show down. You know how to do it. Like, you know what to do.
You know, in the beginning, I was trying to take it over anyway. So, you know, I learned to sit back and I wait for my questions and be real good. But, you know, you tell me.
It was the energy, honey, and it was probably needed. I'm again, seriously, I'm not sure what's going on, but there is a little delay on my end, but it's all good. Yep, I said that earlier, Tanya, the retrograde. But I usually be ready for it. It caught me off guard this time, but that's okay. It's all good. I know how to flow through it all. So I love that. What you're speaking about, High Priestess. I mean, it is what's happening in the world. I think some of us are experiencing that. I can only speak from personal. During our journey, me and my husband have absolutely figured out who we are and how to work that. Like wasn't easy now, y'all. We've been married 23 years. So it wasn't like a walk in the park figuring this out. And we married each other when we was just figuring life out. So to grow and journey and evolve together and go through this process and really be able to decide. First, you have to make the decision that we're going to be in it. And then it's the whole watching each other grow and just be and respecting each other's roles. And that's kind of where we are. So I understand what you're saying. That's why it almost seems like it's something that should be effortless once you start doing it. But because I've been on the journey and I know it wasn't easy for us to get here, I know that it's a process, but the conversation has to be had. And that's what I'm glad that we're doing here on this platform. I think that it opens up the door for us to have the conversation so more people can begin to unlock what's inside of them, because many of us know this. We know what's in us already, but we share it with other people, and then they start telling us what they aren't capable of doing, and so we couldn't possibly be capable of doing those things. So that's kind of the world we live in. I think it was John Henry Clark that said, you know, Black people problem is we tell everybody our business. If we just be quiet and don't tell people what we feel about ourselves and just be, you know, it's like we would absolutely be our best selves, because nobody would come in with their suggestions or their opinions, and you would seek knowledge where you need it and grow and expand how you need to. But I just want to, because we have reached that hour mark, and y'all know the more we talk these nuggets, y'all get stuff that is really available for you full blown out on the Mimic platform. So with that said, and I haven't had a chance really to even talk to High Priestess about this. So much is going on in this whirlwind, but we will not be live next Wednesday, guys, because we are getting ready for Juneteenth. So we got a lot to do to get ready to be down in Freedom, Georgia on Thursday. I'm not even sure High Priestess may be traveling, so it's possible that we would have tried to squeeze this in knowing who we are, but I just had to be real and say, nope, we can't do it. So we will not be live next tag next strong next week, whichever one of those phrases you use. We will not be live on next Wednesday, but guess what? We're going to attempt to be live down in Freedom, Georgia. We're going to go live, and we are going to attempt to share our experience in Freedom, Georgia with everybody and let y'all know what we're doing. So make sure your notifications are on and you are locked in, whichever one of the platforms you are sharing and watching this on. Make sure that you have that notification set for the June 18th through the 20th, because at any moment we could pop up live and you don't want to miss what's going to be going on. It's going to be fun. So there are a couple of things the High Priestess has going on. As you talk, I want you to tell everybody the stuff that you have going on, some of the classes that are available. If you think you're going to be doing the session like you did on Monday, again, just kind of share that information with everybody, and any final nuggets of wisdom and transmissions that you want to share with the people on our platform. We're going to let you do that. But thank you, everybody, for joining us again. We really, really, really appreciate the energy that you share with us. I want to thank everybody that comes in, any new people from Holistic Wellness Worldwide, but I absolutely want to give a special shout out to the Mimic family. Y'all are always in the building. Y'all support High Priestess and the things that she is doing everywhere she goes, and I know that makes her feel amazing. So thank y'all all for showing up as you always do. We are going to miss y'all on next Wednesday, but we will be back. We're going to get a schedule together, because guess what? There is a lot that you can get from Mimic. And over here, we just show up and we just give it all away. And we're not going to do that, because we want y'all to come over and have fun at Mimic. We want y'all to really get to know our priestess the way we know her. And out here on this public platform, there's some things that gotta be, we gotta keep quiet. So we really want you to come over to the Mimic platform. While High Priestess is sharing, I'm gonna share the website information. When we close out, don't forget, don't leave, because as usual, we're gonna play our song that's exclusive here. We are getting some new music soon, but this one we want y'all to go on Gumroad and get tonight if you haven't already. But hey, MC Class is in the building. What's up? So there y'all go. We got the artists right here in the building. We're going to get to hear some exclusive music from MC Class before we close out tonight. So make sure that you stay tuned. As y'all know, she always drops some nuggets. So listen out for what you came here for, because this is really what it be about. And then check out all the stuff that we're going to share. We love y'all to life here at Holistic Wellness. High Priestess, take us home.
All right. So I got the echo.
I'm leaving.
Okay. So the thing that I would say is that, well, let me say this first. It definitely is an honor to be on this platform. I have so much fun each and every Wednesday from being on here. And yeah, Mimic, y'all rolling deep. They was in Baltimore They was in Baltimore. They coming in. You know they down at ATL. So we will see you all there. So we do have the Juneteenth event, and then we also have the Womb Cry event, and I know we'll have those flyers up. That is on June 20th. Okay, and I will be the mistress of ceremonies there. So definitely you want to come and check us out at both of those events. Now, what I want to say is, you're here. Some of you are here every Wednesday. Some of you hear it. You might go back and look at the replays and things like that. This is the thing. Nothing is going to do this for you. Nothing is going to do it for you. You can listen to this thing a million times upside and down. You can quote verbatim everything that's said and done. But until you make the decision about who you are and who you came to this planet to be, that's when things will change. That's when your consciousness will change. That's when things will shift. That's when you'll start thinking about things a little differently and start uniting with other folks that are just like you. The divine feminine energy, as we said before, is strong within the men and the women. And I would dare say it was the men that have been talking about this for years now and been waiting and waiting and waiting for us to come like we coming right now, like strong, like saying, listen, we ain't even trying to be like a saw. You know what I'm saying? We got something else. It's something else. It's some more stuff. And they're cheering us on. Like, yeah, because they know what's going to happen is it's going to amplify their power as well. Okay. And so you have to make a decision. And when you make that decision, one of the things that's going to happen is you're going to realize how the life that you have been living so far has been one that has been designed for you. And it's an artificial lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that has been designed by those who spin this web, this matrix. Okay. And so you have to have some practice, some tools, something to get you out of that artificial mind. Because what happens? You say you get that ready. Tanya, call me. Okay. Come on, man. I know you're busy. You got to call me. Let's chop it up. I know you're ready. But let's chop it up. Um, so um you you when you get rid of this artificial thinking, okay, basically these tools are not to get you to be in come into your divinity. Okay, you're already that. You're already, listen, let me tell you something about the soul, the spirit. Oh, she done got me worked up now. Okay. What you're seeing in your fit when you look in your mirror, or who you're looking at right now, this is a physical representation of a cosmic being, of a divine being, of the being, the direct from the source, from the creator, in feminine form. Okay, that's all of us. That's who we are. Okay, this is how we represent ourselves in the physical form. So everything else that makes us up, that makes up us, okay, the spirit, the etheric, the akasha, okay, the cosmos, that is always our ancestors, those divine spirit, those entities that watch over us, that help us on our pathway. Guess what? They always on you. The spirit, the soul ain't got nothing else to do but be on you in this form 24/7. It don't never give up. It's stronger than a machine. A machine needs oil. It need to be plugged in, or it needs some solar power or something like that. The spirit don't need shit. Okay, it's always, excuse me, I gotta say it that way. That one slipped out. It always exists and it's always yours. It never gives up, it never stops fighting for you. And when I say it, I am talking about, again, you, your ancestors, where you come from, all of the entities, the deities, the divinities that surround you, that are here for your purpose. They don't never give up and they always on you 24/7. So stop thinking that artificial got a hand up. They don't. That's just what we're looking at right now. Make a decision that they don't have a hand up on you. Spirit does, because that's what you are. Okay. And so you have to make those decisions. Why we offer classes? We're not offering classes so you can be something that you not, become something that you aren't already. It's to get rid of the artificial. And you have to practice. How long have you been in the artificial consciousness? Practice. Okay. So wombevolution.com, melanatedimmortal.com/courses. We are now taking in people for the womb evolution technique. All right. And we will have a live session on Monday, on the 14th. All right. For those who sign up for it, and they sign up for it, you'll be able to come to our live session, and I'll be on there with Q&A and some more stuff. All right. And so you want to go there. You want to get on. You can at least get on the email list. Okay, so you can get the notifications of when we have sessions. Okay, you can go and sign up for a course. I recommend the very first, when you look at courses, the very first one that you want to sign up for is the woke course. All right, especially if you're just beginning your journey. And if you are already on your journey and you're stuck, that's the one you want to get on, because it starts dealing with your subconscious mind. You want to fill out the form. We will call you and give you a 15-minute consult. If you sign up on our CIB membership, this is where you can get replays of all the webinars and things that we do. Okay, it's $26 a month. That's a great way to get some knowledge on a regular basis. If you don't, if your pocketbook is a little funny, that's all right. You work it out, but you can look at some of the replays, and you get a couple of the mini courses for free when you sign up for that membership. You want to do something that is going to make a shift, but you want to start with you and the decision. Don't come unless you made the decision first, because it's not going to help you. Okay, make a decision first. If you need help with making the decision, sign up on the email list. Have one of us contact you and say, hey, I need some help. We have one-on-one coaching. We have group coaching. We have a lot of these things. Get involved, make a change, do it now. All right. So we will see you on the next one. Just like we said, we will not be here on next Wednesday because we will be preparing for the June 10th event. June 10th. There we go. Event. And so we'll see you in 2 weeks. And then, we're going to go ahead and get closed out with our brother MC class, the Om technique. And definitely, pay attention to the words that he says in this song. We like the beat and everything, but you definitely want to pay attention to the song. You can get the single. If you go to Gumroad, they have the little link right there. And so we look forward to hearing from you. Melanatedimmortals.com, wombevolution.com, melaninfrequency.org. All of those, you'll get us in all of those places. It has been my honor and my pleasure, and I will see you on the next one. Hotep.
If you knew you were going to succeed, you did. I'll make it out here. You gonna succeed at whatever you do. What would you do or be? If you gonna succeed at whatever you do. And I would take my time. I would take my time. Who would be the divine mother's MC? See what I was doing in my life. You had 100. You know, I would take my dough and learn how to invest it. Yeah. I would make sure who I mean is told believe invested. I would reach the highest heights I could reach. Highest heights I could reach. I'd be the super teacher. MC. I'd be the super teacher. Super teacher. Super teacher. I'd be the super teacher. I just don't want to be a preacher. I want to talk to my own. Talk to my own. Faith at home. Telling people what you can do alone. You can do alone, baby. I smile at myself. Put the fear on the shelf. Put the fear on the shelf. I be the divine mother's MC. If I knew what I knew right now. The own technique, way out the atmosphere. The own technique, way out the atmosphere. The own technique, way out the atmosphere. The own technique.
Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. You wanna know what this is about? It's the realness of the universe fully coming out. Damage control is just another god. We learn over the years that it comes from the inside. Send a spiritual message to the universe. Divine Mother will always come first. With this collective vibration we can reach. No need for a pulpit, I'm not here to preach. No one is better than the other. We all have unique powers to discover. Open pathways to our spiritual forces. A lot of us in tune and we know our sources. All you have to do is be yourself. Be authentic, be real, the own, well hell. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. 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 There's no other person greater than you. When you tap into your spirit, you'll know what to do. Heart chakra vibrates higher frequency. You do you, and I'll do me. That's the only way to be free. Not dwelling in your past repeatedly. Saying it's all their fault. You're stuck in life like a pillar of salt. You better learn to move on, walk on. Because the person that you're mad at's probably gone. Stop seeing yourself like a pawn. Be real with yourself, come on. While the world's on lockdown, reports sounded bleak. How do I stay calm? The old technique. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out.
Way out the atmosphere, man. Way out the atmosphere, man.